Prop Fiends are back. Final show of the year. Let's go. We're missing the Husky, but we're giving out his 3 props this week. He's working away. So make sure you work your way to his channel, MMA Husky Hustler on YouTube, Instagram. He's working hard, giving out good content, trying to be one of the best cappers this year. Prelim Tim, you have been great with the prelim predictions, keeping it hot. Last week, we had a tough week, as it's been on the show. It's very hard to call the exact outcomes, but we entertain each and every week. Let's see what we can do to finish off the year. How you feeling, buddy?
I'm kind of tired. Thursday's a hard day for me, but we're here. I like my pick. I'll say that. So hopefully we end on a high note.
I like it. I like what I see. I like my picks. The reason for the show being Thursday, I got a rec hockey game tomorrow night. Can't pull out of that. I'm the goalie. Got to stop the pucks. So like the video, smash the subscribe button. We're giving out $100 on the show. Forgot to give out the $50 on the last show. So from UFC Qatar, we had 140 entries on the giveaway wheel. Let me pull up the phone here and do the first spin on the wheel. 140 entries, Prelim Tim. What do you think? We have a lot of interaction with the hashtag F3 giveaway this week. We can't really do it because we have a 3-week break and holidays are coming up. 6-week break.
Yeah, 6 weeks. It's the longest break they've ever had in the UFC.
So if Husky was going to make it, I was going to give out 3 giveaways today, $50 each, but we're going to do 2. The wheel is loaded up with 140 entries. So let's spin it and see what fiends and forecasters get lucky today. First up.
First one is
AKA Tanashi.
Yeah, okay.
AKA Tenshi. So AKA Tenshi. You're not just getting a 10 sheet, you're getting a 50 sheet. Let's go. Let's spin it one more time.
Your phone battery is dying.
Yeah, it's at 20%. I'm bad for that. I got 4 chargers in my room, but yet my phone's always below 20%. And we're doing 2 spins. We might as well do 3, honestly. 6 weeks is a long time to be away.
Sunrise in April.
Sunrise in April. And that might be a previous winner from a giveaway in the past. Sunrise in April has been commenting. I appreciate you each and every week because I've seen them entering each and every week. I've seen a lot of these entries consistently. So a lot of consistent entries thanks to all the fight fiends and forecasters putting the hashtag F3 in the comment section below. Prelim Tim, up to you. 3 spins. 6 weeks away.
I say leave it, but you can do it if you want to.
Okay, Sunrise in April, AKA Tanashi. Message me on Instagram, TikTok, any socials, Discord, and I'm getting $50 to you before fight night on Saturday. So 2 giveaways, $100 given out on this show. We'll be back for another Prop Fiend show 6 weeks from now, and each and every event we're doing the giveaway wheel. So on this show, I guess we got to do the hashtag F3 in the comment section below. You got 6 weeks to enter. We should have 200 entries next show, Prelim Tim, maybe 300.
Yeah.
You got 6 weeks to enter. Plenty of time. And we're going to be live each and every event, hopefully next year too. Prelim Tim, not sure how you feel about that. Live streaming was new for me and you this year, and I could not do it without you. Like, I was struggling, by myself doing these videos. I was always messing up, having to edit and clip, and it's so much easier having a person to talk the fights over with. If I mess up, it's not really a big deal, It's much more comfortable doing the show live, and it's a lot easier not having to edit too. I'll tell you that.
Right.
I'll tell you
that. No, I've enjoyed it. I think it's good for me too. So I'd like to continue doing it.
Hell yeah. And Husky has to work today, but he wants to be more consistent moving forward. He's going to keep doing other shows with me as well. So check out the first Paramount card coming up. Patty the Batty is headlining that. Me and Husky Hustler talked about that one coming up. We're going to talk about maybe Joshua Van, the year he had, the Snake year 2025. We're going to do a 2026 forecast, maybe Prelim Tim. You're interested in doing a video talking about predictions in 2026 in the new year here, maybe future champions, future fights, stuff like that. We could do a live stream about that, or we could do like an award show, talk about some of the best props given out this year, some of the best bets, some of the best fights we've seen this year. So there's definitely content that we can make up during the holidays. And hopefully everybody has a great holiday. Let's get it going. Prelim Tim, let's get it going.
Okay, so the first one, this is a bet that I make often, and it's one that hits quite a bit because she has more submissions than any woman in UFC history. But she hasn't had a submission now in her last 5 fights, which worries me a little bit that she might win by decision. But ultimately, I decided that I wanted to go with this because I would rather lose and have her win by decision than have her get a submission and then I'm holding a decision ticket. I would be more disappointed in the latter situation. So I decided to go with the submission. Trust that she's due for one, and we're getting a pretty good number because she hasn't done it in a while. So yeah.
That is a good number versus Amanda Lemos, who seems to be, the tail end of her career, 37 years old. She's been win-loss, but this could be the time she gets back-to-back losses. Jillian Robertson is a savage. And at some point, I think she will finish the fight. She is a favorite in this fight, and she's a great pick. Husky Hustler smells something on this one as well, Prelim Tim. I'll tell you that. We'll save it for a bit later in the show. It's a value prop of the week. Now, my prelim prop is in the direction of concrete. With the grid here being a betting favorite, I think Steven Haspelin's coming into his UFC debut and getting it done. On Dana White's Contender Series, fight lasted 16 seconds. Not a high-level fighter. In this matchup here, I don't believe this fighter is much higher level. He's 4-1, Sean Sharaf. Just knocked out to Justin Taffa. At some point, he's going to get knocked out in this fight. Under 1.5 is my add-on for that plus money. What do you think, Prelim Tim? Big tits should show up here.
Yeah, I think it's probably a good look for under 1.5. I was really surprised to see Aspen win on the Contender Series. After for Contender, I do a lot more tape study because it's a lot easier to study for 5 fights than for 14 fights. So I was very well versed in this guy, and I thought he had no shot in the fight that he was in, and then he wound up winning first round knockout. So either he's going to do it again, or he's probably going to get knocked out. But I like this prop.
The last time he lost was a year and 2 months ago to Denzel Freeman by a submission. His last 3 wins all come by knockout. 3-1 opponent, 3-2 opponent, 3-0 opponent. Steven Aspelin's level of competition isn't great, but I'm going to believe in the concrete. I've poured it before, and I have to pour it again in the future. I'm a blue-collar man myself. I'm all behind Steven Asplin, and I hope he wins his debut. A little bit biased with the pick, but we're getting plus 125. He should smoke Sean Sharaf. Fucking not even a giraffe. He's a chubby little bear in there, and he's getting knocked out pretty quick in this one, Prelim Tim. Justin Taffa got it done. I think Asplin will too here. Now, the main card is a whole other ball game. But first, let's talk about Husky Hustler's lean on the prelims. He has Trezebleta, first fight of the night, 24 years old. I do believe she's the right side. And I am kind of leaning a decision here. The Canadian is tough. She should last 15 minutes, but she's going to be outmatched, and Bleda should be one step ahead. Everywhere's in this fight. Way too fast for Horth, who's just going to be tough in there. What do you think, Prelim Tim?
This is a fight that I'm staying away from. but if I was going to pick a side, I would probably be going along these lines. I think fourth is probably pretty tough to finish.
Yeah.
So if Blade is to win, which she is favored to do, I would think that the decision's probably a good look. And women's fights tend to go to decision a little bit more often. I think it's actually overblown to think that they go to decision a lot more often, but it is, I think, slightly more common. And so plus 155 is a pretty good number for something that feels like.
Yeah, Bleda is 24 years old. I think she's definitely going to win this fight. 7-1 fighting Jamie Lynn Horth, who's in her 30s right now, and she lost to Miranda Maverick decision in the grappling department. I think Bleda will just be one step ahead on the feet. Bleda one step ahead. She's going to win the fight. It's just a matter of how. Looking at her last fight, unanimous decision win. Almost 3 years ago. It was 2 years, 5 months. Before that, it was a Dana White Contender Series fight by a decision. Husky should be on the right track. Now, what are you running with on the main card, Prelim Tim?
Yeah, so a lot of people probably won't like this one. And Pacheco's debut, I came on the show wearing a gi top. I was very excited. I told everybody how great he was. I bet the submission at minus 105 in that fight, and then he had a terrible performance. He lost.
And you're doing it again.
Yeah, no, I hope not. So he lost pretty badly to Martin Boudet. So the reasons
what's going to happen versus Kennedy?
Well, Kennedy's not a true heavyweight. First of all, that's one of the good reasons to.
He still has a
like
5-inch reach advantage.
Yeah, but how much does reach advantage help if you're on your back? So I expect him to be there. Plus 220 is a huge number to get for him to win by submission. One of the most credentialed grapplers in the UFC, despite what we saw in his UFC debut. So I'm hoping that was like a lot of people come in and they don't have their best performance in their debut. Boudet is very big. I'm hoping Kennedy will be easier to take down. I think he will be easier to submit if Buchecha does get him down or get on his back. So I like this, especially for more than 2-1. I still believe in Buchecha as somebody who has legit skills, and I'm hoping that he can turn this one around and be in the UFC for a while because I was very excited to see him get signed. So I would love this one to hit to win the bet, but also to see more Buchecha in the future.
Yeah, well, he needs a submission to win this fight, Prelim Tim. I would agree with this prop for sure. This is the path to victory. Look at Kennedy in his last fight. If he does get taken down, he got heel hooked. And the second last win for Buchecha was by heel hook. So if you could bet props, maybe the heel hook is live in this fight once again. Kennedy, his grappling defense probably is not going to hold up on the ground versus Buchecha. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping and praying Kennedy can catch him on the way in because Kennedy is the lock of the week for me, Prelim Tim.
Oh, lock. Okay.
Lock City. I got 3 this week, and I want to finish the week strong. I didn't think Buchecha looked too strong versus Martin Boudet. He could prove me wrong. You know, it was a debut fight. Like you said, it could have been the debut jitters. But yeah. I'm going against all that. I think Kennedy's giving him the smoke. Kennedy's off a loss, too. And I think Kennedy is the younger fighter, obviously, in this fight by 2 years. Two wins out of his last 5. He kind of needs to get on a run here, get a nice win under the belt. Buchecha's only 5-2. That's not a pretty record. It seems like a very winnable fight for a guy like Kennedy Nzechukwu with upwards of 5-inch reach advantage in this one here. On the feet, clear advantage on the ground. Once again, clear advantage for the other side. Since we're battling head-to-head, so sure on who's going to win this one, Prelim Tim, it's time to finish the year off with a shoey bet, pants beer. I don't know. We're going to do something.
I don't know about this one. I think based on his last performance, it would be hard for me to back him.
Well, the odds are pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, it's a near 50-50 odds. You know what I'm saying? Slight favorite Kennedy. So yeah, I could do the pants beer and you can do the shoey.
Let me get back to you on that one.
With a loss, I'll do the pants beer. You do a shoey, but we'll talk about it more on the DMs. On the DMs, because Kennedy Nzechukwu is my play up next. Main card under 1.5. I think he makes the statement off the loss. Like I said, 2 wins in his last 5. He needs to do something now. 2 years younger, fighting a guy 5-2 who's one-dimensional. We've been talking about it. Both guys have a clear path to victory, but one's in the striking department, the other's in the grappling department. This is a gamble. It's a 50-50 fight, essentially. I'm gambling on the striker. Prelim Tim's with his wrestler and the grappler. Let's see what happens. I'm getting a pretty decent number here, and I'm a betting man. 4-1 for Kennedy Nzechukwu, under 1.5 KO. I think it's live, more than live. Prelim Tim has nothing to say about that. So, Prelim Tim, what do you think about Kevin Vallejo's by a decision versus Giga Chikadze in the co-main event here to finish off?
I don't know. I feel about that.
I don't know. I feel like the finish could be live.
Yeah, isn't Giga Chikadze getting older, and then Vallejos is kind of like a finisher. So I don't know.
Last fight, Kevin Vallejos beat Danny Silva by a decision. Giga 2 losses here, but both by a decision. He's never been finished. Seasoned striker, but Giga's 37 years old, and Kevin Vallejos is 24 years old, looking to make a statement, and 16-1. Yeah, 24 years old. So 16-1 in a spot like this, co-main event. I think they're lining him up here. Yeah,
I don't know. It could happen. Giga is tough, like you're saying, but he's getting older, like we both said. Personally, no shade, Husky, but I would like a bigger number for this myself, because I'm not.
Yeah, that's why I didn't. Yeah, that's why I didn't really bite on inside the distance, because if you look at inside the distance, it's plus 150 as well. The most value might be Kevin Vallejos by a submission at 10-1 here. He has the wrestling advantage, I would like to say, and the grappling advantage in this fight. Giga is a striker, a seasoned striker, and on the ground, he has no submission wins, and I think he could be in trouble if Kevin Vallejos decides to take that route in this fight. Prelim Tim, what do you think about the submission? I know you're taking a couple of those on this card here.
Yeah, I don't know if I would go with submission for either one of these guys, but I do have a few submissions. They're by people that have like double-digit submission wins. So I guess I'll just go right into this. So this one, we're getting a huge number, as you can see, plus 1,000.
Same as Vallejos submission.
Well, I mean, but Milky Costa has like 11 submission wins or something.
Yeah, this guy can actually get it.
Yeah.
I think on my video, I said he was going to get the submission too. On my prediction show, I said he was going to get the sub too.
Well, I hope that we're right.
These odds are crazy, bro.
Yeah. Morgan Charrier is a somewhat decent wrestler, but I don't think he can hang with Costa if it actually winds up on the mat grappling wise. I think that there's a good opportunity that Costa can get a submission here. He submitted good grapplers like Andre Fili, for example. He should be at a great advantage. And I mean, I don't think that Charrier is a very high volume striker either. So I think maybe Costa wears him down and then finds like a guillotine off of like a takedown if Charrier is getting tired, or gets a takedown and finds a variety of submissions. But I think for the number that we're getting, I like this bet a lot. It's not something that I highly expect to happen, but when you're talking about plus 1,000, it shouldn't be a lock anyway. I think for that number, we're getting a very good opportunity. So hopefully this one hits. It'd be a good way to end the year for me.
When you're talking about value, it's certainly there with the shooter box fighter, Mal Costa. This guy has 2 submissions out of his last 4 fights, and he is on a 4-fight win streak, looking for his 5th win here in a coin flip fight versus a guy that's almost a 50-50 fighter. 21-11. Morgan Charrier, he looks good. He looks tough, but realistically, he's down in a lot of his fights. He lost to Chepe Mariscal split decision. He lost to Nathaniel Wood decision, and he was probably en route to losing to Nate Landwehr by a decision if he didn't land that late KO too. So I don't see how he's going to come back from I think Mel Costa can actually use the grappling to his favor in this fight. You know, I think he's going to be the fighter with the longer limbs, being 5'10". He has a 3-inch reach advantage. I think he's going to use the grappling in this fight, not even try to work the striking. So we're on to something with this submission. Value.
Look at the ears in that picture that you got on the screen. They look like tortellinis.
Look at his fucking hair.
Yeah. But no, the ears are the important part. Charrier's ears don't look like that. This is a lot of time on the mat. A lot of time put in the work. I think he's going to get the submission.
Shout out to Sunrise in April. One of the winners of the Prop Fiends. 2 winners today. $50. Message me on any platform, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, and I'm giving you $50 before fight night Saturday. So thank you, Sunrise in April. I seen you enter in the Prop Fiend giveaway for consecutive weeks, so I'm glad you finally got it. And if I'm not mistaken, you might have won before, or you won something before. I just remember you. Maybe it's just writing your name up so many times with that flashy profile picture.
Congratulations, Sunrise. Yeah.
That's a flashy picture. I like that.
It is.
Same with Rag to Riches. I don't know what he was saying earlier, but he has one flashy profile picture there too. That's clean. I like that. What was he saying earlier here in the show? He's been around.
I don't know what he was saying. You'll have to explain it to me.
You ain't doing nothing, Cap. We did Cap. We gave it $100, 50 twice. I just forgot the last show.
What does that mean, though? You're the one in your 20s. You know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm too old.
No, I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe he's mad that I forgot to do the $50 giveaway, but now my value prop, please forgive me. Please forgive me if this doesn't hit. Alan Fry should fry his opponent from Brazil. I watched the Brazilian. He can get taken down quite easily. He just stands there, and he's a sloppy striker, and I think Alan Fry from the United States is making a statement. He's underdog. I don't really know if anyone should be an underdog in this fight, Prelim Tim. It's a coin flip. It should be a Dana White Contender Series fight next year. These guys are not UFC caliber. I'm betting the under. I'm betting the KO for Alan Fry. I don't fucking care. What do you think? 420 blaze it?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good number. I've never smoked, but that's a good number. But
I smoked the bong 3 times before the show.
I believe you. We can talk about that later on. But you're right. I think this should be a Contender Series fight. Both these guys, 5 wins, 6 wins. 5 wins, 6 fights, actually. They both haven't lost yet, and they're just very inexperienced. So it's interesting that it made it onto this card, but it is pretty early in the night. I mean, Dana White Contender Series fights do tend to end early, so this, for the number that you're getting on it, is a pretty good look.
My hair's a pretty good look. Hopefully Fry can zap him, because I think someone's going out. These boys are going to bang. Second fight of the night. Should be first fight of the night. It's a burner at heavyweight. Not UFC caliber fighters going out there trying to get a contract. One of them is going to get signed off the win, maybe both of them. But someone's going down early in that one. Husky Hustler, he was on the Gillian Robertson side. Round 2 or 3 submission to juice that up as well. Better odds, plus 450. Round 1 could be live. Amanda Lemos is 37 years old. Robertson is a savage. So if you want to play it safe, submission is the best bet. Round 2 or 3 to juice it up. Could be a second leg bet on that as well.
Yeah,
so
I like that.
I was going to do a Vallejo sub. We talked about that. I didn't land on that for the value prop, but I think there is value on this play for Vallejos in that co-main event fight. He's certainly going to get the win. It's just, how's he going to do it? I'm looking at the value. Certainly there for Vallejos by submission. And if not, honestly, KO under 1.5. I think he's finding the finish against Giga Chikadze. Co-main event here. Prelim Tim, do you like those odds? Those are damn good odds.
I mean, they're good odds. We talked about it earlier. I just like to see people that are more likely to get submissions. To bet submission on the people that have a lot of submissions on the record. which Laos doesn't really do. He's more of a stand-up and really like strike it out with everybody that he fights. The under 1.5 is a better look, and you're still getting a pretty good number. So that one I would probably lean toward
And
myself.
maybe Husky Hustler and the decision prop for Vallejos could be the play as well. Vallejos is certainly the
Yeah.
side. He's going to put on a show in the co-main event. He could just win unanimously and beat down the old 37-year-old there. Now, Prop Fiends live each and every event. This was the final one of the year. One hell of a show. Prelim Tim, final thoughts. And what do you think of the PRP I crafted up?
All right, I'm gonna look at it really quick. Don't have any problems with it. Yeah, I like ending with Royval. I'm also on Royval, and when I make things similar to this, I usually put somebody that's a pretty good plus number at the end like that. So yeah, this looks good to me. Hopefully, I hope you get it.
The reason why Neil Magny was in the middle, he is the dog of the week for me. That's an interesting one. He's fighting a guy 28-1. It's not an easy task, but if anyone can do it, Neil Magny can do it. He is a veteran of the game on a 2-fight win streak, and I believe he still has a lot of fight left in the tank. The first leg is Brito, Nizechiku, Vallejos. You disagree with the Buchecha pick, but these are the 3 locks for Fight Fiend, and after that, I'm tagging on Bleda, Asplund, Olazechuk for the 6-leg parlay. After that, Luana Santos and Fry there is the next addition. And then, like we said, Neil Magny. After that, I'm looking to add on Bobby Green, King Green, if you want to call him that, and Mel Costa. Finish it off with the main event. Underdog, Brandon Royval, and the redhead from Canada, Gillian Robertson. Huge odds. Hopefully we can hit leg 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. Maybe just sweep the whole thing. Finish the year strong. Santa's coming, everyone. Hopefully you have a great holiday. Prelim Tim, you have a baby this year. A lot of presents coming out. Coming out the chimney.
We're gonna get a lot. Yeah, I'm trying to prepare myself for all the toys we're about to get. But it's fun. It's fun to get at Christmas time. So I'm having a good time so far with the season, and I'm excited for Christmas Day with him. He'll care more about it next year when he's like almost 2. He's almost 1 right now, so he doesn't really understand that much yet. But he likes toys, so he'll be happy with that.
This is a year you need a lot of pictures and videos to look back on because these are the good times he's not going to remember, but you certainly are, and this is a big year for you, and it's going to be a great holiday season over at the Prelim Tim household, I would say, and hopefully Husky Hustler's doing good too over in Australia. And before we go, and before you start betting on fights, Prelim Tim, they should head over to the Substacks. Let them know where to go. You're on Instagram too.
Yeah. So Instagram, Prelim Tim MMA. I post picks throughout the week, early bets, and then on Saturday mornings I will post my entire bet card, which first goes to my Substack, which is at Prelim Tim. So Substack, earlier in the year, or in most of the year, I was posting full breakdowns of every card. And then posting my full betting card on Saturday mornings or Friday nights. I've kind of gotten away from the breakdowns right now, a little bit busier at the end of the year, but I always post the full card. Hopefully things will be back to normal after our break here. So follow me on both of those, and hopefully 2026 is going to be a great year. It looks like 2025 is going to be a winning year, unless I don't even think I can do bad enough to. I'd have to
stop
lose.
Betting on the Knicks.
No, I'm talking about only MMA. I'm down all sports, but just UFC. I should be up for the whole year. So you can also read that.
I'd be up if I wasn't betting on fucking women Brazilian underdogs. Fuck. No, I'm just kidding. It's been one hell of a year. I had a crazy future bet in golf with Rory McIlroy, 10-1 to win the Masters. God damn. That was a good one. There's some other ones in the highlighted stories on Instagram. You can check me out there. TikTok, YouTube. You're here listening, you might as well subscribe. And check out Prelim Tim. He's not on YouTube officially, I don't believe, but
No,
yeah, you are.
I am, but I don't do anything. Yeah.
Yeah. You just collab with me and do the Prop Fiend show.
Yeah.
And amen to that. It's been one hell of a year. We're coming back 2026. Before you know it, only 6 weeks. So we're going to have to do some more content. Like I said, we could do a Joshua Van video, a forecast video for 2026, future champs, future fights, stuff like that. Maybe doing an award show, maybe give out some more free money, maybe some awards, forecaster of the year, the most active person in my Discord, which is absolutely free. Hit the link in bio below. If you're not in Discord, which is free, you got to hit the link in bio below. I put a lot of work into this. There's a lot of channels. So get used to using Discord. It's free. And if you want to join my Patreon, link is also in the bio below. We're going big this week to finish off the year. And next year, it's going to be even better. Every year, we continue to grow. And Prelim Tim once said to me, I feel like I'm hitting my plateau. I can't grow anymore. And I said, what are you saying? There is no plateau. We just keep climbing, baby. You think you're here and then you just keep going. You know, there is no plateau. Once you set a peak, you just go to the peak and then you start falling down. So you can't set the peak, right? There is no peak. You just keep going. That's the mindset problem people have. There's like, oh, I only can get so high. It's like, no, you can just keep going. Just keep going. People are going to tell you that you can't do it, but what have they done? So don't take advice from someone that has done nothing you want to do. That's just making you crazy, bro. So that's a problem I had. I was listening to people that have done nothing I want to do, nothing I'm trying to obtain. I was taking their advice and not getting to where I needed to be. So put yourself first, listen to your instincts. And when you're betting, if you don't agree with what we're saying, trust your instincts. Maybe play the under 1.5, play the under 2.5, play the fight not to go the distance. We're just here each and every event to give you our reads. And sometimes we're wrong. That's just the game it is. But I'm glad each and everybody has fun tuning in, staying forecasted. Much appreciated. We out, Fiends. We out. 6 weeks.